that the people at Camp Ashraf will one day soon receive the freedom and dignity they justly deserve. We've seen Congress become more actively and directly engaged on this issue. We've seen congressional hearings and the promise of ongoing investigations into the brutal treatment of Camp Ashraf's residents by the Iraqi government and the delisting of the MEK. We have seen a Spanish court draw international attention to those Iraqi officials responsible for the murders at Camp Ashraf this past April. We've seen a greater appreciation by the international community that negotiations are not possible with the Iranian regime over its nuclear weapons ambitions. We've seen a greater willingness by some American officials to assign direct responsibility to Iran for its actions, including the recent statement by Admiral Michael Mullen, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, who said that, quote, Iran is very directly supporting extremist Shia groups which are killing our troops, unquote. And finally, all of us here today, in the audience and on this podium, are determined to continue to fight for the people at Camp Ashraf. As I've said before, this is not a partisan issue. We have on the podium before you a remarkable group of dedicated public servants from across the political spectrum and from all branches of the American government. Whatever our political affiliation, it has no bearing today, as we are unified, shoulder to shoulder, in our effort to help right this wrong, to delist the MEK, and to help the people at Camp Ashraf. Our first speaker this morning will be General Hugh Shelton. General Shelton became the 14th chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff on October 1, 1997, and served 2 terms as the principal military advisor to Presidents Clinton and Bush. General Shelton has been honored with a Congressional Gold Medal, as well as 4 Defense Distinguished Service Medals, 2 Army Distinguished Service Medals, the Legion of Merit, the Bronze Star Medal for Valor, and the Purple Heart. In addition, he was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II in 2001. Please join me in welcoming General Shelton.
Thank you very much, Ambassador, for your very kind words, and thank you for a very warm welcome. It is truly great to be with you here in Washington today and to join such a distinguished group of colleagues. I'd also like to offer greetings to the residents of Camp Ashraf that may be watching or may see this later on. You know, there have been some substantive changes that have occurred in the political landscape and in the challenges that the Ashraf residents face since I last spoke to you or this group in May of this year. But some things have not changed. First is the United States guarantee of protection for the residents of Camp Ashraf. It is a commitment that we as a nation made and that we must honor if we are to sustain our reputation as a great nation and one that can be trusted to honor its commitments. As we all know, the residents of Camp Ashraf are individuals that provided invaluable information to the United States during the war with Iraq at its most critical moments. They are individuals that have placed themselves at great risk, not only themselves but their families as well, by voluntarily giving up their arms when they were asked to do so by the United States, when at that time they were guaranteed protection by us. And as an organization, we must remember that they are the ones that first alerted us to the nuclear programs that had been proposed by the mullahs, and as such, the regime might have those weapons today had it not been for their assistance.